solving trigonometric ratios. Before we start solving, there are total 6 trigonometric ratios. Sine, and it's reciprocal, but we have to take sine, cosine, and tangent only. For IGCSE, we will take only 3 trigonometric ratios: sine, cosine, and tangent. If you take your x's, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. They divide the whole plane into 4 quadrants. I will say this is first quadrant because it divided into 4 parts. Each part is a quadrant. Quarter, from quarter the word quadrant comes. So this is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Because when we take the rotation anti-clockwise, it is the positive rotation. So first quadrant, second, third, and fourth quadrant. If you start rotation from here, from 0 to 90 degree, from 0 to 90 degree, the quadrant is first quadrant. From 90 to 180, because this is 90 line, this is 0, this is 180, this is 270. And when rotation complete, it becomes 360. So from 0 to 90 degree is the first quadrant. From 90 to 180 degree is the second quadrant. Okay. And from 180 to 270 is the third quadrant. And from 270 to 360 is the fourth quadrant. Okay. Now, if you complete one rotation, one full rotation is equal to 360 degree. Always remember that. One full rotation is equal to 360 degree. Clear? So, if you are asked to solve from x is greater than equal to 0, less than equal to 360, it means for one rotation you have been asked to solve. Remember, every trigonometric ratio has two values from 0 to 360 degree. Okay? If you look at the graph, for example, this is a graph. This is the graph of the sine from 0 to 360. Yes? Okay? This is the graph of the cos from 0 to 360 degree. And this is the graph of the tangent from 0 to, this is 90, 180, and then later also there is another curve there. This is the graph of the tangent also. Every trigonometric ratio has two values. For example, if I say tangent of x is equal to 1, okay, tangent of x is equal to 1. So there are two values of x from 0 to 360 degree. In one rotation, it will have the value 1 2 times. Okay, please fix this point in your mind. So actually, when we have to solve the trigonometric ratios, we need to find these values, both values. When you take from the calculator, for example, if you take tangent of x is equal to 1, and if you want to find x, what we do? We do tangent of inverse 1, yes? And if you will take from the calculator, let me make the calculator in degree modes. If you will use the calculator, it will just give you, oh sorry, It will just give you one value. So how we will take the second value? Before that one, please remember these points. Your first quadrant, remember we are dealing with sine, cosine, and tangent. These are the three trigonometric ratios. In first quadrant, all positive. Mean their value, for example, if the angle is from 0 to 90 degree, that is the first quadrant. Take any one of them, the value will be positive. Like take sine 85, for example. You will see the answer will be positive. Okay. Any one of them, like if the angle is from 0 to 90, their answer will be positive answer. In the second quadrant, only sine will, because second quadrant is from 90 to 180. Only sine value will be positive, other both will be negative. You can check. Take any angle. Think any angle from 90 to 180. Let's say I'm thinking over 120. Take sine 120. The answer came positive answer. Yes. Take cos 120. You will see it will be negative. Take tangent 120. Negative. So from 90 to 180, these both will be negative. Only sine will be positive. So you can say in the second quadrant, sine will be positive. Okay. Other both will be negative. In the third quadrant, tangent will be positive, sine and cosine will be negative. You can check. And what is the third quadrant? From 180 to 270. And in the fourth quadrant, only cos will be positive, rest will be negative. You can remember this word: add sugar to coffee. This word will help you to remember, like add, all positive. Yes. Sugar, yes, means sign positive. Second quadrant. Other both negative. T, tangent, first letter of the tangent. Third quadrant. Okay. Other both negative. C, call positive is the fourth quadrant. Other both will be negative. Okay, this is very important to remember. Just take a screenshot of that one. It will be helpful to you later. Okay, clear. Can I move next? Because then I have to move toward my topic where we have to learn following this. Please confirm. Yes, I need your response. Clear or not? In the fourth one, I told you only cause will be positive, other both will be negative because there are total three you are dealing with. Okay. Only cause positive. For example, if I'm saying sine positive, it means the rest two negative. Okay. If I'm saying tan positive, it means the other two will be negative. If I'm saying cos positive, other two will be negative. For example, if I say to you sine of x is equal to minus 1 over 2, what is the possible quadrant for this? Yes, please tell me. If I'm saying sine x is minus 1 over 2. Now, where is sine negative? Sine is negative in these two. Because in first, everyone will be. So the possible quadrant are second, no, sorry, third and fourth. Okay? These are the possible quadrant for that. Understood? Hmm? Okay. Now, for example, if I'm saying cos x is equal to 1 over 4, what are the possible quadrants? As cos is positive, so we know cos is positive only in these two. Yes? So the possible quadrants are first and fourth. Yes? If I say tangent of x is equal to minus 0.5. Now, where tangent is negative, we know tangent is positive here. In these two, tangent is negative. It means the possible quadrants are second or fourth. Yes, these are the possible quadrants. Understood? Clear or not? Hmm? I will make more easy for you. Remember, if cos is positive, it means the possible quadrants are first and fourth. It is in either one of them. Yes? And if cos is negative, then the possible quadrants are second or third. In the same way, if sine is positive, it means it is in the first or in the second. Okay? And if the sine is negative, it means it is in second. No, not second, sorry, third or fourth. And if the sine is sine positive, we did already. And if the tangent is positive, then it means it is in first or third quadrant. And if the tangent is negative, it means it would be definitely, because you know tangent is positive here. So in the other two it would be in second or fourth. Clear or not? Quadrantal remembrance is very important. The word add sugar to coffee can help you to remember. Hmm? Add sugar in the first letter sign. This is positive. Add A, all positive. 2 mean first letter tangent. Tangent positive. Coffee, C. Call positive. Other will be negative. So if it is here, mean from 0 to 90, all will be positive. 92, and in this case, because if this is the situation, okay, accordingly to that. If that is clear, at least please confirm. Clear? Come on, Bookman. At least response, please. Clear or not? Yes, Ishal, Radheen, you are also the part of the class, please tell me. Okay, next, another thing, remember. So I don't understand first one, how cause is positive, it is in first. Yes, the positive, because you know, cause is positive here and here. Both of them cause is positive. Okay? In these two, it is negative. Okay, now next, remember one thing. There is a way of writing the angles in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, we write principal angle. There is a word we use, principal angle. Are you able to hear me? My sound is audible for everyone? Hmm. Okay, we use the word principal angle. Principal angle, actually, there is a lot of detail of that one. For this level, just remember that. Principal angle is the angle that you take by taking the positive value only. For example, let's see, if you have sine x is equal to minus 1 over 2, sine x is equal to 1 over 2. The principal angle for both will be same. Whether it is positive or negative, principal angle will be same. Okay? When we take the principal angle, we ignore the negative sign. For example, if I have to take the principal angle, or we another word we use for that one. reference angle. Another word we use for this one is the reference angle. Principal and angle reference. For example, if I have to take the principal or reference angle, how I will take it? It will be sine inverse of 1 over 2. For both, even if it is negative, you will ignore the negative sign. Okay? For example, if you have the tangent of x is equal to minus square root 3 over 2, you want the principal angle. How will you take the principal angle? We will take the principal angle as tangent inverse of square root 3 over 2. We will ignore the negative sign for the principal angle. Okay? Keep that in mind. Got it or not? Let's say you have, for example, you have let's say you are having cos of x is equal to 1 over 5. So what will be the principal angle? It will be cos inverse, because you will take the cos on the other side, cos inverse of 1 over 5. Hmm. What if you have cos of x is equal to minus 1 over 5? Still, the way of taking the principal angle will be same. It will be cos inverse of 1 over 5. You will ignore the negative sign when you will be taking. This is the easiest way I'm telling you. I'm not going in the detail why it is like that, because you don't need that. Okay? Clear? Now, if this is clear, next, another thing you have to remember, there is a way of identifying the angle. In first quadrant, the angle is just principal angle. No, for the principal angle, I will use PA, okay? Principal angle. Like if you just take the principal angle, it will be in the first quadrant, because principal angle, when you will get from the calculator, it will always be less than 90 degree. The way to write in the second quadrant is 180 minus principal angle. And the way to write in the third quadrant is 180 plus principal angle. And the way to write in the third quadrant is 360 minus principal angle. This also remember, because we have to use it. Okay? Yes, please confirm. Is it clear? This is the way to write in the first quadrant. No, it can be, but I'm not using that. You just remember it that way. We can write even 270 plus, but it will not be principal angle. So I'm using the principal angle, so keep that in mind. Let's see now how to solve. First one is solve sine of x is equal to 1 over 3, where x is greater than equal to. It means I told you, actually, it is from 0 to 360, so you need two values. You need two values. First value will be your principal. Let's take principal angle always. When you have to solve, the first thing will be take the principal angle. Okay, what is the principal angle? You will just take inverse of this, yes? Sine inverse of 3. Make sure your calculator should be in the degree mode here. Okay, it's 19.47. Angle you will write to one decimal place only. So 19.5. 19.5 degree. This is your principal angle. Okay, once you have taken, now look, the value of sine is positive. It means in which quadrant it will be? Yes, anyone, please. The value of sine is positive. So what are the possible quadrants? First and second. Very good. Because I told you, look, sine is positive, so it is here and here. Now, what is the way of writing here? The way of writing here is just principal angle, and the way of writing here is 180 minus principal angle. It means now the possible values of x, because x you want to find, possible value of x will be principal angle, and second possible value of x would be 180 minus principal angle. So I would say 19.5, and what is 180 minus 19.5? It will be 160.5. So you can check, sine 160.5 will give you this value, sine 19.5 will give you this value. So you can take sine, give you this 0.333. This is 0.333. Again, I'm repeating you, if you have to solve, because calculator will never give you both values. So you always have to adopt that way. Take the principal angle. What is the first thing you have to do? Take the principal angle. Once you take the principal angle, then check in which quadrant it is. Positive, so possible quadrants are these two. And I just told you, if it is first quadrant, second, if it is in third, if it is in fourth, okay? Got it? Let's see. Let's see. I have another question. Cos of x is equal to minus 3, no, 3 over 2 is not possible. Minus 2 over 3. And you have to solve greater than equal to 0, less than equal to 360. Mean from 0 to 360 you have to solve. So from 0 to 360, two possible values are for every trigonometric. So what will we will do first thing? No, 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 no. Please. First thing, take the principal angle. This no style I took from my 1.5-year-old daughter. When she has to refuse, she don't say one time no. She consistently keeps saying no, 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 no. So anyhow, first thing, take principal angle, please. And for principal angle, we ignore the negative sign. We do ignore the negative sign. What it would be? It would be just cos inverse 2 over 3. Don't take the negative value, okay? (48.2) because to one decimal place when you will round 48.2. Okay, now it's positive, yeah, negative. And cos is negative, so the possible quadrant for the negative cos are these two. Second, in which we write in this way, and in this one we write in this way. So it means the value of x would be, yes, not first all positive, second and fourth, second and third, because in first and fourth it will be positive. We have a negative cos here. Take the principal angle without sign, cos inverse without sign, okay? So now what it would be? We will take now the value of x because the angle is x here. X will be, if it is here, it will be 180 minus principal angle. Second possible value of x would be 180 plus principal angle. Okay? So take it. If it is 180 minus 48.2, it is 131.8. 131.8. And if it is here, what it will be? 228.2. So we found the possible values. Clear? This question I'm leaving in front of you. This question I'm leaving in front of you. You have to solve. Please take your notebooks quickly. From 0 to 360. Please solve it. Solve, try it. First, take the principal angle. In principal angle, ignore the negative sign. Please try. Unless you will not try, you will not be able to do. Yes, may I know the progress? Let's see, everybody, please. If you have to solve, what will you do? First thing is take the principal angle because you know you have to take from 0 to 360. You don't, it means you need more than one value for which it would be like that. So first thing, take the principal angle. Okay, let's take the principal angle. It will be tangent inverse of 1 over 4. Ignore the negative sign while you take the principal angle. It's 14.03, you can say, or 04. Okay, now tangent is negative. You know, remember this word, add sugar to coffee. You forget, no problem. We know it's negative, so where tangent is positive in third and first quadrant. So in these two quadrants, second and fourth, it will be negative. So it means it is in second and fourth. Yes, it is here and here. And how do we write here? The way of writing here is 180 minus principal angle, and here it is 360 minus principal angle. So let's take now. It means, yeah, you can take 14. No, cannot be 14.4. You can take 14.0 or 14, no problem, because it's 14.0, so it's okay. I'll take 14.04 for more accurate answer. So if it is x, it means if it is here, it will be 180 minus 14.04. And if it is here, it will be x will be equal to 360 minus 14.04. Okay. Got it? So if it is here, you can solve. These will be possible values. Let's take another example. Can you rejoin the link, please? And must rejoin.